Start off by saying, hey, what's happening, San Diego? But I kind of know what's happening. We're down and out after another loss today. Welcome into Gwynn and Chris. 2:03 is the time. We got a couple of hours here ahead of Thursday night football. Ugh. Do they really have to play that game tonight? Is any way they could just cancel it and say that,
I get what you're doing.
I know, but I mean, that's going to be an ugly score tonight.
You know what? I don't know why I feel this way, but
I feel like there's something's going to happen. Like they're going to actually.
The Dolphins have been embarrassed in the last 2 weeks.
Embarrassed,
so.
and they've also spent. If they do read or hear anything on social media or elsewhere, they basically been collectively told they're the softest, worst team in the National Football League.
Time to prove you're not.
Right. You may say, hey, maybe they'll go out and show they're not, but they're going to try to do it against a team that's really, really good, and therein lies more of the problem. But we don't want to talk too much Dolphin football. We will touch on the Thursday night game, and we will be carrying it for you after this program ends. Pre-game show gets started at 4:30. But until then, Skrabe, a lot to focus on. The Padres lost to the Mets today, 6-1. And when we left here yesterday, to me, we're back where we were.
Exactly.
It's 24 hours later, and we're right where we were sitting yesterday.
100%.
They won a game last night, and we kind of felt good about it. And they lost the game today, and we don't feel very good about it. And I could say the same thing today that I said yesterday, and that is you have to be concerned. You don't have to give up the season. You don't have to say, well, we have no chance to win in the playoffs, because we know that they do. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 series at Wrigley Field. It's not set in stone yet, but it's becoming more and more likely by the day. However, the worrisome thing is that they've now played 11 road series against teams that are going to be in the playoffs. Okay, they played 2 series against the Dodgers on the road. Lost them both. They played a series in Philadelphia. Lost that one. They played a series now in the Mets. They're probably going to be in the playoffs. Lost that one. Did I mention the Cubs? No, they played a series with the Cubs early in the season on the road. Lost that one. Over on the other side, they played a series at Toronto. Got swept in that one, I think.
Yes.
Played a series against the Yankees.
And I thought that was the low point of
that was a lot of low points ago.
Oh, man.
That was a lot of low points ago.
I remember Braden and I being at the blood drive.
Yeah, and you're like, how can this get any worse?
And I was just so angry at fans for giving up on the season. That was in like May.
I know, that's so long ago. But just to continue the list, they played a series at the Yankees. Lost that one. Played one in Seattle a couple of weeks ago. Lost that one. Played one in Detroit, lost that one. Played one in Houston, lost that one. So those are all the playoff series teams that they've played on the road. The only one that they've won was before the All-Star break. They won a 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee. Other than that,
of course they did. Just the
best team in baseball. They won that one. But yeah, so you're looking at 10 out of 11 series against playoff caliber teams, and they've lost, almost all of them. And now we're to sit here and hope against all hope that 2 weeks from now, they're going to go on the road for a 3-game series against a playoff team, and they're going to win it. That's the worrisome thing. And it has to be. That's a season-long thing. That's not just like, well, they've struggled lately against, good team. No, it's been all season. You go April, May, June, July, August, September. They haven't been able to beat good teams, especially away from Petco Park. They're not a great road team anyway. And, their offense continues to be up one night, down the next. The starting pitching is so bad now that apparently Mike Schilt has given up on it completely. And I got to be honest with you, Skraby. I get money from Mike Schilt. He sends it to me directly. I get it from the Padres. They say, please, Chris, go on and say nice things about me.
They don't, everybody. I don't know why Chris keeps perpetuating this, but they don't.
Because people believe it. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not sending me the check today. Because I don't know what the hell Mike Shildt is doing right now. I really don't. I don't get taking my ace pitcher, my all-star pitcher, Cy Young candidate, Nick Pivetta, out of a game 4 2/3 innings in with the lead. I get it a little bit more with Randy Vasquez, but today was ridiculous. Why are you even starting the guy? 3rd inning, you're already warming. They were warming somebody up as soon as Juan Soto let off that inning with a single.
And he sees it too. Of
course you do. That's a great point, Skraby, that we're not thinking about. You made a good point. I know, you blind squirrel thing.
No.
But no, hey, as a former pitcher, absolutely. You look down to the bullpen, you see somebody warming up, you're like, wow, they have no faith in me at all. And then the next guy gets a hit, and that's pretty much ball game for Randy Vasquez. The bullpen is already completely worn out. Did we not see that last night Morejon pitched, Estrada pitched, Miller pitched, and Suarez pitched last night?
Yep.
Do we not know that there's no day off for tomorrow? So if you pitched all those guys again today, or any of them today, then you wouldn't have them for tomorrow. But you're going to your bullpen in the 3rd inning. And in a lot of ways, Shildt lucked out because they never got the lead today. Wandy Peralta makes sure of that. It only took him 2 pitches to put them behind 5-1. Look, they have the best bullpen in baseball. They do. And I even got a Twitter from somebody the other day, Skraby. I don't feel like looking it up.
Okay.
But we were talking about their bullpen. I think it was yesterday's show, and how good it is and how that's how they can win in the playoffs, keep games close, win with the best bullpen. And somebody said, what are you, an idiot? The Padres have the best bullpen in baseball? That was the tweet that somebody sent to me.
Do you have some issue with saying they're the best bullpen in baseball right now because we're not seeing it right now?
What is the issue? They're number 1 in ERA. They're number 1 in WHIP. They're number 1 in opposing batting average. They're number 1 in saves. And they're number 1 in wins. By what metric are they not the best bullpen in baseball? Today's metric because they gave up a home run?
No, not at all.
It's ridiculous to say that they're not the best bullpen in baseball. That doesn't mean you are the best bullpen in baseball every day. What it means is that you're the best bullpen in baseball this season. That's all it means, and nothing is guaranteed. But having said that, I don't really know what the hell Mike Shildt is thinking right now. And I don't know. 3rd inning, it just seems absolutely ridiculous. 48 pitches. Unless you told Vasquez before the game, hey, we just need 2 innings today. But I'm sure they didn't. And Pivetta looked like he was about to, if somebody would have given him a bat, he would have ground it to sawdust last night when they took him out 1 out away from a victory. This is another thing that has been done a lot this season, mostly to Vasquez. But when a pitcher is 1 out from a victory, I know it's a team game. I know it's all about the team. But guys who are starting pitchers, if you're half worth your salt, you want to get the win. You go out there to try to get the win. And when you're leading and you're 1 out away from the win and they take you out of the game, I think you feel some type of way. I just do.
I saw the look on Randy Vasquez's face today. He was kind of like,
he was perplexed.
He was like,
he didn't
what?
Get it.
Like, why are you coming out to get me right now?
He didn't get it.
I did a deep dive because I'm a huge Randy Vasquez fan. Always have been this year. And I went through and looked how many times he was taken out of the game before 90 pitches was thrown.
Before 90? That's almost every game he's pitched, isn't it?
Kind of.
I would think.
And I compared it to Nick Pivetta and Dylan Cease because they're the only other 2 guys that have consistent starts this year. So I could tell you about that on the other side. Also, I think it's fair for us to listen to Mike Shildt explain why he did what he did.
All right. I had my say. You had yours, or you'll have a little more of your say.
I'll have a little more.
And then Mike Shildt will have his say.
Yes.
And he'll tell us why he is looking to us like he's pressing a panic button that doesn't need to be pressed. So what is the explanation? We'll find out when we get back. Mets 6, Padres 1. We've got notes on a scorecard to break everything that happened in the game down today. I'm especially proud of today's.
Okay.
It's a really, really good one. It's got a lot of stuff in it that we can go off in another direction and talk about. That's coming up. We've got, the rest of baseball. We got the football, as we said tonight, and we're settling in. So welcome to it. Gwynn and Chris, with Tony, of course, traveling to Chicago on 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, guys, it's Woodsy. Are you trapped in...
These things, it even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things, it even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things, It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Yeah, you know it's a tough day for Mike Schultz when even his biggest fan, that's me, wasn't happy. I don't think anybody could have been happy with that move. And the fact that it backfired just made it worse.
Yeah.
I don't think I would change my opinion a whole lot had Peralta come in and got a double play grounder. I just still don't understand wiping out your bullpen with 3 more games coming up this weekend and a very, to me, had Vasquez had not walked anybody again, he's throwing the ball well. He's getting strikeouts. He gave up a hit to Francisco Lindor, and he gave up a hit to Juan Soto.
Two
if
great
you
hitters.
took everybody out of the game that gave up hits to those guys, they would never make it through an inning. I didn't get it. And if you don't trust Vasquez at all like that, then why is he even starting? Like, he shouldn't even start.
Or
don't bring him back up from the minors if you have that little trust that you're warming a guy up in the bullpen in a 1-1 tie in the bottom of the 3rd inning of what is still a regular season game. This is not a game that you had to win to clinch a playoff spot. It's not one you needed to get into first place or clinch a home field advantage. Of course you want to win, but we've talked about this a lot. You can't manage to win every game, or eventually it's going to wear out and cost you down the road. You have to pick your spots. I didn't see this as a spot. If there was a day off tomorrow, he might have been able to talk me into it. Anyway, Mike Schultz got his say after the game because he was certainly asked about why he went to Peralta in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, it wasn't actually overly complicated for me. Didn't work out as planned, but we talked last night about this being more of a playoff type atmosphere. It's a lineup more conducive to lefties. We trust Randy. We're in the 3rd. We've already hit in the 3rd, obviously. We're down 2-1. We got 1st and 3rd, and there's always that spot. There are multiple spots in the game that you want to make sure you keep it where it is. We know that they've got their back end guys fully rested. We know their starter's going to be on a shorter leash. At that point, it's about the best matchup to get out of the inning with keeping it where it's at. Got a top 5 ground ball guy against lefties in Wandy Peralta, who I have a ton of confidence in and has rewarded that. And then we have a very high ground ball guy in Nemo. So, clearly the worst case scenario is what happened. But going out, I'm thinking, okay, just hit it at somebody, and we're at least good. If he doesn't, then okay, we'll live to tell about it with Ventos and still some favorable matchups, which you got the next 5 guys out. I also trust the fact that our bullpen's in a pretty good spot, and the guys that can hold it there, or which Hart did and Yuki did, and the leadoff walk came out to get Marinaccio, and Bradley took his inning down. But at that point, it's the best chance to make sure, because if you think about that 3rd having already hit on the road, and their bullpen's fully loaded and ready to go, that really turns into the 7th.
I'd be honest with you, it sounded an awful like a guy who was trying to talk himself into believing what he did was right.
I kind of get that feeling.
That's
too.
Honestly what I got
because
out of that. Was like, and another thing. Oh, wait a little. Oh, wait, and another thing. Blah, blah, blah. And he started off by saying it really wasn't very complicated for me. It was an easy decision.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it was not an easy decision because you then went on to give me a 5-minute diatribe as to why you did it.
I think maybe he did that because he knows that fans are going to be criticizing him, so he wants to get all the information
out there. I don't think
there.
he cares.
And I'll give him this. I mean, they did. It was well thought out. It didn't work. It wasn't what I would do. And a couple weeks ago, I said that I wanted Mike Schill to manage with more feel. And this was an example of that. Randy Vasquez was doing fine. Yes, he had 2 guys on base, but I would have let Randy Vasquez try to get out of the inning rather than bringing in Wandy Peralta. And here's where I went with my research, Chris. Randy Vasquez today threw 48 pitches, 31 strikes. We all know the situation. If you go back to August 15th.
I do want to change one thing I said. I said he didn't walk anybody. He did walk one, which was right at the end. He walked Alonso.
Yes.
Go ahead.
August 15th against the Dodgers, Vasquez replaces Peralta. He gives up 2 runs in the bottom of the third, but then he sat down the next six Dodgers. He went 3 2/3 innings there. July 26th at St. Louis, 4 2/3, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 67 pitches, up 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Morihone comes in for him. July 21st, and this is the last game I'll go over. At Marlins, 4 1/3, 67 pitches once again, but he gave up 7 hits, bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Morihone came in. Now, here's the thing, Chris. In 26 games this year, Randy Vasquez has thrown less than 90 pitches 21 times, which is 81% of his appearances this year have been less than 90 pitches. Pivetta in 30 games, 13 games with less than 90 pitches. Cease in 30 games, 7 games with less than 90 pitches. I feel like they've been managing Randy Vasquez wrong, or not wrong, but they've been too careful with him this year. They have been taking him out whenever he seems to be getting into a little bit of trouble, and I would like to see him work out of it. Like you said, what's the point of starting if you're not going to let him go, if you're not going to let him work out of trouble?
The one thing he said in there, though, is just absolutely not factual. It may be in his mind when he said that we trust Randy. It may be factual in his mind that he thinks they trust Randy.
But
Randy. He said we took Randy out, but we trust Randy.
Okay.
We trust him. But
I thought he said we trust Wandy.
No, he said we trust Randy, meaning we took him out there, but we trust him. I don't believe you do. And that is not what you give off to the rest of us, that you have any trust at all in Vasquez. If any manager should have panicked today, honestly, it should have been their guy,
Carlos Mendoza,
because the starting pitcher for the Mets, Tong, he didn't make it out of the first inning in his last game against Texas. He gave up 7 runs or 6 runs.
Was this his 5th start of his career?
Fourth. He didn't make it out of the first inning. Well, today in the first inning, he gave up 2 hits. In the second inning, he gave up 2 hits and a run. You know what I mean? Like, why were we sticking with him? Because their manager wasn't panicking. I don't get it. He said we have to manage this like a playoff game. Why? What are we doing? We've got 11 games to go. Are we going to be doing this the rest of the season? Is Dylan Cease out in the first inning tomorrow night if he gives up a couple of runs?
No.
I don't think we'll make it to the finish line, even though there's only a week to go.
I tweeted this last night, too, and we saw it with Jeremiah Estrada. And I know we're catastrophizing everything right now because it's not been good as of late, but Jeremiah Estrada gives up a home run in the 7th inning. And you're now starting to feel the Jason Adam injury, because he obviously is your 7th inning guy with Mason Miller and then Robert Suarez. And I don't know what's up with Jeremiah Estrada, but he has been giving up the long ball.
Estrada had a stretch earlier this year with 16 2/3 shutout innings.
Yes,
Mason
he can
Miller.
do it, yes.
So Mason Miller's has a 17 right now. Got to get Estrada back on the beam. He's certainly capable. Look, I worry about everybody giving up a run. I mean, you people think that, Mason Miller comes in, it's an automatic thing. Well, I don't know. Juan Soto missed tying the game off him last night by about 6 inches.
Yeah.
I'm just saying nothing's automatic. I got to go with what I have. I got to go with the guys I do trust and believe in. I don't think you trust Vasquez, so stop wasting my time by putting him out there. I mean, to me, Schilt talked about, I'm just going by what he said in that quote. He said we had a 2-1 game. We had first and third. We want a double play, so we took him out. We went with Wandy, but we do trust Randy. Okay, well, here's how much you trust Randy. After Lindor got the first hit, or was it Mullins? I think Mullins got the first hit of the inning.
I think it was.
Then
Mullins,
Lindor got a hit
because he scored. So
as Lindor got that hit, Peralta was already up.
Yeah.
That's how much you trust Vasquez. You had somebody throwing with one man on base. So I don't think you trust Vasquez, and that's fine. But stop wasting our time and putting him in. I just
he's been less wild. He's been less wild as of late too. Last 7 games, he's only walked 4. The last 5 of those games, he's only walked 1. So if the argument is, well, he lets too many guys on base, he's not giving the free passes anymore. He's given up some hits, but he's not loading the bases and playing traffic cop as much anymore.
Well, Cease is getting a ton of base runners too, so we'll see how that's managed tomorrow. We'll do more on the Padre game in the notes on a scorecard.
We're fired up today.
It wasn't all Mike Shilt's decision to take out Vasquez in the 3rd inning. It also was the fact that they did nothing against a rookie pitcher who they just absolutely should not let shut them down.
Yeah,
he struck out 8 Padres, including 4 in a row at one point. That shouldn't happen if you're a playoff team that wants to go somewhere. You can't have a rookie who has no confidence. He got shelled his last time. He's walking out there with no confidence at all, and now he shuts you down for 5 innings. That kind of stuff can't happen. And if you look at it, when they score 3 or fewer runs, they win 29.5% of the time. 3 or less. When they score 4 or more, 76.5.
Just get to the 4 runs then. That's simple.
I'm just saying, they scored 1 today. So all of the managing in the world by Mike Schilt, or not managing, or changing pitchers or not, wasn't going to matter. The Mets were going to score at least 2. You know what I mean?
I do.
So, I mean, I didn't get it. I don't like the appearance that we're like into a panic mode, or we're into we got to manage for the playoffs here with 12 games left, 10 games left. I didn't get it. But I don't know that was a reason they lost the game.
All right, let's. I know we need to go to break, but here, if they leave Vasquez in and he gives up 2 runs, 3 runs, are we crushing Schilt for not taking him out?
I don't
think we would.
I don't think you are.
I don't think you and I would.
I think a starting pitcher guts 3-4 innings at least. If not, why are they in there? And if you're worried that he's going to give up a 3-run home run, then don't tell me you trust him. You don't trust him. You had somebody throwing with 1 man on base in the 3rd inning. So, your actions speak louder than words, as I've been told many times. 6-1, it was Mets. The Padres are down 4 in the first 3 innings for about the umpteenth game in a row.
That's another thing.
And,
we have to say that. It's not easy for this offense to come back from 2 or 3 runs in the first 3 runs of the game every single night.
I think
it's not easy.
I think it has something to do with why the offense gets shut down like that, because it is not easy to be down 4 in every game.
And then they're pressing.
All right. Chris Ello, who loves Mike Schilt, Matt Skraby.
I like Mike Schilt too.
I do. This is the same Chris who sticks up for him 90% of the time. But this is the 10% I'm not going to back him up. I don't agree with it. We're coming back with more. Got it. I'm in a better mood already. This
What?
hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Staples. Your local. Why am I so excited by this? Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices, super low, throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. I'm going to print a lot of stuff. Exclusions apply. I think that's like, Skraby can't take advantage of it, but the rest of you can. Visit staples.com/print for all the details. It ends November 1st. Plus, you save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples. Yeah, we have those too. They didn't put that on there. That's just my favorite tagline.
Yes, they did not put that on there because that's not their tagline anymore.
That's my tagline for Staples.
One of these days,
if they want me to read Staples copy, they're getting that tagline.
One of these days, Mr. Staples going to walk in here and just staple something to your
All right, we got
forehead.
notes on the scorecard. We're going to leave Mike Schilt alone for the most part moving forward. Again, didn't like the quick hook today. Seemed a little panicky to me. But there was other things about this game we'll get into. A 6-1 Mets victory. Before we do, though, I don't know what anybody is doing July of 2031. But if you're a Dodgers fan, you might want to go to Cooperstown. Because that's when Clayton Kershaw will be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Sorry.
I think that's rude.
I don't.
I think that's rude. That's similar to putting up the crying emoji. Honestly.
No, it is not.
It is. It's such a...
No, it's not. He's not even in the building. It'd be like he's listening.
The man has announced his retirement today.
I think it's really weird he does it today.
He's going to call it at the end of the season. You don't have to like him, but if you don't appreciate him, then you're not.
I appreciate his baseball.
Well, you don't appreciate anything if you're playing the sounder when I mentioned that he's going to go to the Hall of Fame.
I was more because you're bringing up and praising a Dodger right now. The mood that I'm in, Chris.
Sorry.
After today's game.
I'm going to look, I hope they, if they play Kershaw in the playoffs, I hope they get 12 runs off him before he gets an out. But to say anything other than the fact that Kershaw's been largely a stand-up character for 18 years.
That's a long time, actually.
And, won and accomplished what he's done. I think it's fair to take a moment. He announced that he will step down. It'll be over for Kershaw at the end of the season. All right, let's play some notes on the scorecard, Skraby, and tear into this loss to the Mets today.
What did Chris like? What does Chris want to clean up? Observations written on a grocery list. Notes on a scorecard starts now.
All right, here's my wife's grocery list.
Oh, it's multiple pages today.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, I had a lot today.
Well, usually it's just one page.
No, it's always more. It's multiple.
Okay.
All right, we'll start at the top of the first inning, which is a good place to start. I write this stuff as I'm watching the game. Manny came up in the top of the first.
I don't feel like this music fits today. Sorry.
He's going to go musicless?
No, I'll get another bed, but I can't do the exciting bed today.
26 home runs, 92 RBIs for Manny coming into the game today. Wow.
Baseball card.
I mean, we gave up on him going 3,100 about 1,000 times this season.
Yeah.
And he's quietly getting there. He needs 4 more homers. He only needs 8 RBIs. I think he's got a shot at 3,100 again.
We got 9 left.
Yeah, it'll be close.
It's going to be close.
Even if he doesn't make it, he's still posted once again, despite all of our concerns.
We didn't even talk about the Grand Slam last night.
Well, that was a thing of beauty. And that moved him past Dave Winfield into second on the all-time Padre RBI list.
Wow.
Just for fun, though, as many RBIs as Manny has as a Padre, he's 510 RBIs behind the leader.
Is that Tony Gwynn?
Tony's dad.
It has to. I was like, he played long enough. He
needs 510 RBIs to catch Tony.
Give him 4 years, and I bet you he does.
That's a nice thing I'm going to say about Manny. Now I'm going to criticize Manny. On that line drive that he hit over the head of the left fielder,
Oh, yeah.
They threw him out at second base, and he was out easily.
Yeah.
This isn't criticism of what he did today, but the first thing I thought of, and you probably thought of, was, I wonder if he was running hard the whole way. He doesn't tend to want to run hard unless he has to. So they showed the replay of him in the batter's box, and he ran hard, and he just got thrown out. I got no problem with that. The problem I have is that I have to look for it because a lot of times he doesn't run hard, and that bothers me. And if it doesn't bother you, fine. But how'd you feel last night when Elias Diaz was called out because he didn't get to home plate as he Cadillac home on what he thought was an RBI single? I'm old school. I'll admit it. Hustle. I don't think we're asking for too much. You're a baseball player. You have to sprint maybe 4 times a game. And I'm not saying Diaz had to break, his back to get home on that, but to Cadillac around third and just kind of saunter in. And you know who was at home plate giving him instructions as he came in last night? Manny. And Manny was saying, you're good. Easy, easy. Meanwhile, Ariza is thrown out at second base. You lose a run. You lose a game because of that? Because you just couldn't run hard?
Yeah, I
know people don't like it. Hey, Chris, I don't want them to get hurt, or you're being too.
No, we're too late in the season.
I don't think I'm being, asking too much here.
We're too late in the season. I would have said that to you in June, but I'm not going to say that to you now because every single game matters. Every single inning matters.
Well, just ask your manager. He's managing it like it's the playoffs already. Anyway, Manny ran hard on this one. I'd like to see him run hard more often. Bottom of the first inning, Juan Soto tries to bunt his way on.
Yes.
I don't mind this. I know we're in a, the Padres have the bunting culture. Which, by the way, helped them win the game last night, if you want to go back.
It did.
But if you're going to play the guy at shortstop where Manny was, why don't you take a free base hit more often? Soto tried, it didn't work. But I just think more guys ought to do it. I don't get why people don't want to take that, especially when you've got a guy who's swinging a bat like Alonso is coming up next. And if Soto was bunt would have worked, it would have been 2-0 Mets because Alonso did homer.
He did.
I just, to me, why? I know bunting isn't the cool thing. I get whatever. Hey, I'm trying to win the game. Get me on base any way I can. I joked to somebody that if I was in the big leagues right now, I'd hit 450 because I would just lay a bunt down the third baseline every time. I'd make it at least half the time.
I mean, I don't think that's...
No, but you know what I mean. I'm joking, but I'm taking it to an illogical extreme.
Yes.
But they're giving you a hit.
But if Juan Soto starts bunting more, then the defense is going to play that a little bit more because it's weird for Juan Soto to bunt to begin with. So it takes you completely off guard.
Not weird to me. Top of the second inning, Ryan O'Hearn's in a funk. Struck out on a check swing. Got the call. They didn't call it a strikeout. So he took the next pitch for strike 3. Like, that's how it's going for Ryan O'Hearn right now. Last 16 games, he has 1 double and no RBIs. We need to get O'Hearn cranking here in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
All right, Vasquez gets back-to-back strikeouts early in the ball game. I think it was the second inning. Gets them on fastballs that were right down the middle, and they were swung on and missed. I'm not the pitching coach, but that tells me he's got pretty good stuff. If he's throwing fastballs down the middle to big league hitters and they can't hit it, that tells me he's doing something right. This was a half an inning before he was removed from the game. But Vasquez is not getting the respect that that he deserves. All right. Third inning, Tatis, long fly ball, thought it was a home run. On the replay, I thought I saw the ball disappear behind the pole.
You did?
I thought.
I never thought I saw
I'm
that.
old. I missed it.
Okay.
Look, the umpires took a look at it. Obviously, it was a foul ball, but maybe I was seeing it with my heart.
Pulling the curtain back, Chris has forgotten his glasses at home.
I've been going without my glasses all week.
I did not see what you saw.
Yeah, well, either did anyone else because it was a foul ball. And then take me back, though, to last night, Soto's fly ball, where your heart stopped because the game would have been tied.
It did.
And that must have missed by less than 6 inches.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right. Fernando gets a base hit. after that long fly ball. He gets to third on back-to-back bad throws, one to first base and one wild pitch. So here comes Arise with the tying run at third and one out. You know what I wrote down?
I don't.
I sure hope Arise can hit one of his fly balls to left field right now. And he did.
I know.
Although it was so shallow, it wouldn't have scored any other player but Fernando.
When he took off, I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, Fernando giveth, he also taketh away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to explain. And it goes into the bottom of the third inning. We got the base hit by Mullins. Lindor comes up, base hit down into the right field corner. If you look at the play, the ball was a little bit over toward the line. Fernando had to go to his left. Fernando has a great arm. We know he's the best defensive player in the history of the sport. But he's not the smartest. And he tries to unleash a throw that has no chance of getting Mullins out at third base. Mullins is going to be at third base standing there when the throw arrives. But Fernando wants to show off his arm, so he guns this cannon of a throw. Now, Manny kind of saves the day by cutting it off. But the throw is so wild and high coming in that Lindor goes, oh, I can take second. And he made it. That doesn't seem like a big deal to you.
Where would he be throwing? Where I'm honestly asking.
Throw to second base. Keep Lindor at first.
I thought you were supposed to always.
You don't try to throw out the runner at third if you have no chance. You throw to second to keep the hitter at first.
No, I totally
Why?
understand that.
Because you always want the double play in order.
Yes.
And guess what Soto did? He hit a ground ball to second base that would have been a double play. And a run would have scored, and the inning probably would have ended 2-1.
All right. You know what, Chris? You win on that one.
Of course I win on this.
Well, I don't know.
Fernando is the most talented guy. I love it. But he makes dumb baseball decisions sometimes. That was one of them.
What if,
I can't look at it any other way.
I can't even say what if he made the play because he wasn't going to make the play. I told
you what would have happened
if he wasn't going to make the play.
But if he threw to second and everything else happened, Soto grounded out into a double play. The run scores. It's 2-1. Now there's 2 outs, bases empty. Maybe you get out of that inning 2-1 instead of 5-1. You can't make plays like that if you're going to win in a playoff series that is going to be tight.
You're right.
And everything's going to matter.
You have to do it by the book.
Sorry. That was a bad mistake in my mind. I've talked about the quick hook. Wandy coming in. We've already gone through all of that. Down 5-1. Same old story. And then, wrote about Nimmo, 3-run homer. Wins games. You guys can, make fun of me for bringing that up all the time. Not you, but everybody. I talk about 3-run homers. The Padres don't get many of them. When they do, they win. But when they give them up, they lose. 3-run homers matter.
They do.
That's all I'm going to say about the 3-run homer.
And it's been more apparent than ever recently.
Kyle Hart came in to strike out Alonso.
I like Kyle Hart as the reliever.
Okay, you like him right now. He strikes out Alonso. I looked it up. Alonso has a 919 OPS this year against right-handed pitching, but only 728 against lefties. That means he's completely backwards.
Yeah.
Which means in a crucial spot, if you face Alonso later in the season, I'm bringing Morejon in instead of one of my righties. Alonso doesn't hit the lefties. He kills the righties. Something to keep in mind.
Hopefully the Padres don't have to face them again.
Yeah, well, hopefully they have a chance to, because they wouldn't see the Mets again until the NLCS if that all worked out. Meanwhile, while all this was going on, Padres go in order in the 4th and the 5th and the 6th and the 7th. You know what I call those, Skraby?
What?
I wrote it down here for you. Those are Lawrence Welk innings. You know who Lawrence Welk is?
I've definitely heard the name.
Lawrence Welk is an old 1930s band leader who used to have a television show. And he used to intro every bit of music by going, a 1, a 2, a 3. That's what the Padres did in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th inning.
As
just
a
nothing.
fan,
they didn't do anything. Like they just disappeared those 4 innings.
As a fan, there's nothing more frustrating to me than watching them go down 1, 2, 3 inning after inning.
Inning after inning. Alonso gets a sac fly later in the game. This was against a righty, by the way. 6-1. And then the next play, O'Hearn chases the pop-up over to the railing. Alonso doesn't move. And I don't blame him. You're not supposed to help the fielder when he's in your dugout.
Yeah.
But because he didn't move, O'Hearn cracked him in the head. And I thought that was fair play.
It is fair play.
Sorry, Alonso. You don't want to move?
Pete Alonso's
I'm going to hit you in the
weirdo.
head. He's a weird guy. We've
Remember
talked
when
about
he
this
wanted
before.
to charge the mound, make
He's just
that
a weird
legal?
guy. He just seems like an odd guy to me. There was couple of more little fun thing in the 8th inning. The Padres finally got 2 hits. Both of them were base hits off the pitcher's body. You don't see that too often.
No, you don't.
And then Arise came up there, and I thought, well, just hit it at the pitcher. But that didn't work out.
No.
And then in the 9th inning, Manny comes up. I think it was, leading off the 9th inning, Manny comes up. And on the 3-1 pitch, he throws his bat away, but they call it strike 2. And it was strike 2. But then the next pitch, he swings at a ball and strikes out. And I just wrote, that's the kind of day it was. So there you go. There's your notes on a scorecard.
You know, when I said that it's very frustrating to watch them go down 1-2-3, it's also very frustrating to watch them swing at the outside low and away slider.
Yeah, but that's easy for us to say because we see it coming in.
Yeah, I'm not.
If you're standing in the batter's box, it's not that easy.
Chris, I've played like 2 real baseball games as an adult, and some guy was throwing a slider. Those things are not easy to hit.
Not at all. So it was a Mets day. 6-1 was the score, as we've told you many times. And now it's on to Chicago. And I don't know. I'm not seeding the division of the Dodgers yet because, hell, the Dodgers will probably lose tonight to the Giants. That's what's been happening for the last 3 weeks.
Yes.
Padres lose, Dodgers lose. So
Padres win, Dodgers win.
Yeah, so we'll see if, if they go up by 3 games tonight with 10 to play, 9 to play. They go up 3 games with 9 to play, and they have the tiebreaker. Start booking the trip to Chicago for the wild card.
I'm already planning on it.
Are you going?
I thought about it.
I'm gonna send you. Just
I
to
have
get you out of my hair for a few days.
I have lots of airline miles.
Okay, well then away we go. Away you go. All right, hour number 2, Gwynn and Chris until 4:30 today. Big Fives ahead and some more fun stuff. 97.3 The Fan.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello! Eric, how you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm
where
going
do
to
you
go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh?
Are you a baseball player?
I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here. So.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm
where
going
do
to
you
go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know.
2. Gwynn and Chris. 3 o'clock, the time. I'm squinting down at the bottom of my computer screen because, as Skraby said last hour, I don't have my glasses.
There's a big old clock behind my
I
head.
need that one. I should look at there. Yeah, thank you. But then I have to look through you.
My head is right in the middle of it.
Padres fall 6-1 to the Mets today. We've discussed the myriad of issues that went along with today's loss. Padres are 2.5 back of the Dodgers, who host the Giants tonight, starting a 4-game series up in L.A. Clayton Kershaw announcing today that he will indeed retire at the end of the season. News that was met by Skraby with a
I'm not even going to
resounding
do it because apparently
sound
it was
effect.
the worst thing that I've ever done on the show.
It's pretty close. Pretty close.
Oh, wow.
It showed no respect for a guy that deserves a little of your respect. Sorry. He's beaten the Padres like 29 times. I mean, when you eventually got to tip your cap to the guy after a while.
No, I just hate it.
You just hate it.
I just hate it. I mean,
that's fair. That's fair. I get that. Padres have not just issues today in the loss. They got a major problem coming up.
Wait, they got more problems?
They got a major problem coming up. And it has to do with their pitching rotation. And I'm going to explain it to you in a second. But before I get to that, we are coming up on Thursday Night Football, Dolphins, Bills tonight. Have you heard any pundit anywhere, social media or otherwise, say that this game will be within 3 touchdowns? Just you. Okay, you're the only one. You and Mike McDaniel are the only ones.
I don't even think Mike McDaniel feels
He may not even think that. There's a big story for my Dolphin brethren out there. And there are many of you I know because you talk to me and we go through some of this agony together. ESPN.com, really good article by they have a guy named Marcel Louis Jacques, who is kind of their ESPN, writer,
beat reporter,
and he does a long story today for Dolphin fans only. I don't think anyone else would care enough, but it just talks about the culture in that locker room and why it is so bad and why people think they're soft and what the players think about it and what they think about Mike McDaniel and whether he's a good leader or not a good, all of this complaint and the stuff we hear about the Dolphins. It's a good deep dive into that.
Okay.
And it hits it from both sides. Some of it are like, hey, Mike McDaniel's, a guy that, really likes his players. What's the matter with that? They've taken advantage of it.
Players coach.
It's on them. And then there's other people who say, well, he's allowed this culture to happen. So, you know what I mean? You get both sides.
Yeah.
And it's probably truth to both.
Yes. It's in the middle.
It's probably in the middle somewhere. So if you're a Dolphin fan and you want to agonize like I do, you can read that.
Well, real quick, what was one of the major takeaways from why they aren't playing well or why the culture
is what it is? Well, honestly, one of the major takeaways is that star players were given preferential treatment and abused that power.
Oh,
and guys like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey just stopped showing up on time, didn't come to practices, left early
from practice. They just walked off the field.
Yeah, I mean stuff like this was happening, and McDaniel was fining them. What else can he do unless
sit them?
Well, there you go. So there's that side, right? That says, well, you got to send the message, but
he's got to protect his own job, and that would be by sitting them and proving that he's the head coach of that team.
That's one of the things in the article.
That is,
it's pretty messy.
Sorry, Gonzo said that just the Dolphins fans talk to each other through echolocation. I don't even know what that means. It's their communication where they send out like signals.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to be a Dolphin these days.
You know what? That makes me think of the players worse than it does the coach. Because if you're a player that's just going to pack up in the middle of a practice and leave,
well, that's why they traded Jalen Ramsey.
That's insane.
They traded Jalen Ramsey because he's just destroyed the chemistry of the whole locker room. They gave him to the Steelers, and we'll see what the Steelers do.
And Tyreek Hill hasn't really been worth the trouble lately.
Not really.
I feel bad for you.
I also, because in sticking up for McDaniel, and I've ripped him as much as I can. I mean, I want him fired like every other Dolphin fan right now. But, you're in the NFL. You should have some accountability to yourself.
It's your job.
Some accountability.
All right, Chris, I'm going home.
Right. There's people in this article. Thank you. Bye, Jalen. There's people in this article who say that. They say, the players, you're a pro. You should be accountable. There's others who say coach needs to make you accountable. So it depends where you come down.
You should not have to motivate a guy to come to work.
Show up on reasonably
when you're
on
making
time.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill proudly told reporters that he's yet to be late for a practice or a meeting this year. Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Model citizen. Let's get to week 8 and see what happens.
Terrific. We'll build a statue for you.
Is Tua ever late? He doesn't seem like a guy who would be late.
I don't think so. Tua is just not real good right now. And here's the, this is all the off the field stuff, but the reason they're going to get boat race tonight is because their defense has allowed points on 13 of 15 drives this year.
That's crazy.
They have no secondary and they have no offensive line, so they can't block. And if you can't block, you can't get the pass down the field. And so they end up with all that short stuff that we've seen. And
then you got an unhappy Tyreek Hill yelling at everybody on the sideline.
They can't beat even a bad team right now. And tonight they're playing a really good one. I mean, Buffalo. All right, anyway, enough about that. Let me get to the Padres issue. Because this is something that they've got to – I can't tell them what to do here because I don't have the solution. I really don't. And I don't think we can even get to a solution until we actually get to the situation. Here's the problem. Tomorrow in Chicago, Dylan Cease will pitch. Saturday, Yu Darvish. Sunday, Michael Kingsday. Then they'll come home for Milwaukee. Monday, Nick Pivetta. Tuesday, if it goes according to plan, Vasquez will pitch an inning and then come out. Wednesday, it is Dylan Cease's turn. Here's where the problem arises.
Arises?
Yes, Luis arises. The final 3 games of the season against Arizona. Your pitchers, as it stands right now, are Darvish, King, and Pivetta. Here's the problem with that.
Playoffs.
The playoffs are right after that, and those are the 3 guys you probably are going to want to start in your playoff games.
They start on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, you get 1 day off, which
The
means
30th.
they start on the 30th. What this means is that it would actually be Dylan Cease's day to pitch when the playoffs start. I'm not saying they're going to use him. I'm just saying you have Darvish, King, Pivetta, the last 3 regular season games right now. Those are the 3 guys you want to start in Chicago. Here's the thing. You may need You may need to use Darvish, King, and Pivetta to secure whatever it is you're trying to secure. I think, and I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't know what they should do. I'll ask what the chat people can chime in on this. And maybe it'll be a moot point because maybe they just won't catch up to the Dodgers. And in a lot of ways now I'm thinking it might be bad to catch up to the Dodgers. But here's my point. If you go to the last weekend of the season and you're tied with the Dodgers, let's say they lose a bunch, and you win out and
You have
tied.
a chance at the division.
You're tied with 3 games to go. You're going to use Darvish, King, and Pivetta against the Diamondbacks to try to win the division and then not possibly have them for the playoff series? Or are you going to do something else so that you can use them against the Cubs and potentially allow the Dodgers to win the division?
Say in order of how they're going to go. Say it one more time.
Darvish, King, Pivetta.
All right, so Darvish pitches Friday, which makes him available for Wednesday.
Yeah, and it makes King available for Thursday, and it doesn't make Pivetta available at all.
For the series.
For the next series.
Okay.
So you almost have to sit Pivetta out in the season finale and save him for Tuesday, and then hope you can use Darvish Wednesday and King Thursday.
As soon as you clinch a playoff spot,
you're going to start.
You could pull someone up from AAA to redo the line or the rotation a little bit.
But where are they now in terms of clinching a playoff spot? They're still a magic number like 5 or 6, aren't they? It's going to be the middle of next week. When that happens, if it happens. So this is an issue. I'm sure I'm not the first one to bring it up. In fact, I know Kevin Acee wrote about it. So they have to know this. What they do in the next 9 days with the starting rotation is going to be interesting because the 3 most important games on your schedule here coming up are those 3 games in Chicago on September 30th and October 1st and 2nd.
Magic number is 4, apparently.
Magic number is 4.
So
what would be nice is to clinch it all this weekend and then next week just get everything in order. But if you get everything in order next week, you're probably giving up the chase to the Dodgers.
We're going to have to reassess.
You're going to have to
after
reassess
this weekend.
But I'll tell you one thing. You can't pitch Pivetta in the final regular season game and then not use him at all against the Cubs. That would be the dumbest thing in the history of the franchise.
And I didn't want to continue to go down the doom and gloom route, but I'm going to. I don't have confidence in Michael King right now. I don't have confidence in Yu Darvish. I have confidence that they can pitch well, but I'm not sure that they are going to pitch well. Yu Darvish has been up and down all year. Michael King just
had a
gave
bad
up
game.
8 runs.
I'm gonna tell you 2 things on that. First, I do have confidence that they can come up big, but secondly, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. What are you going to do?
Tyler says Sears and Cortez are going to get starts in that final series at home for sure.
And he might be right, but would you still do that if you're tied with the Dodgers or maybe trying to a game up and you're trying to win the division? Because remember, if you win the division, it's a long shot now, but if you win the division, the playoffs begin here in San Diego rather than in Chicago. There is something to reward you if you win the division. So if you're going to start Sears and Cortez, I get what you're saying, but you're not going to be putting your best foot forward to win at the end of the regular season.
Well,
it's just weird that it worked this way, but
is.
That is how it worked. So something to keep in the back of your mind as we, get into the last 9 days of the season.
Ugh.
Good job by Kevin AC.
I'm not really feeling
kind of, looking down the road and seeing that and bringing it to our attention, my attention anyway, because it's worthy of talking about. It's important what they're going to do. They have to know it. And maybe it's going to be a fluid situation based on what happens.
This is supposed to be the best time of the year.
Well,
don't feel that way.
They may not be the only team going through this. I mean, maybe other teams have key players pitching the final weekend that you have to rest. I mean, this happens to every team. So, but it may come up and be a big deal. All right, we're going to check some traffic. No daily gambit today. But the Aztecs have like one of the most important games. Is this hyperbole? One of the most important games in program history. Is that too much? I think it is, but it doesn't change the fact that this game against Cal Saturday is important. But where's the buzz? Is there any buzz? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about how they're trying to create some buzz.
Yes.
And we'll do that when we come back. We got a big 5 ahead. Later on, we have NFL pick segment and Chris versus the fans.
Yes.
So we got a lot. So don't go anywhere. Gwynn and Chris.
This
I mean, I think first you can have that belief when you put the kind of work in that you do, that your body's going to heal right, and just trusting it. You talked about being an extension of the coaching staff. I would guess that that's going to be even more so this year with you not being able to actually do the physical part.
Yeah.
Is there something that you've tried to do this offseason to kind of get you into that mode in terms of being that extension? Because the reality is, although your arm might be useless in 25 this year, your mind's not going to be. And there's still a lot of guys, especially the ones who may be vying for your spot in the rotation, that could lean on you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job to help prepare these guys the best I can. And like guys like Waldron, guys like Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, those are guys that are, have really good stuff and are not far away from, being, middle of the rotation to top half, starting pitchers.
Yeah.
So trying to share some things. That's something we talk about all the time in the clubhouse is like, you bring something to the table on the field, every day. That's kind of what brings you here and gets you to this level. But, days that you're not playing as a starting pitcher, that's, a majority of our days. You pitch once every 5 days. So making sure you bring something to the table is, something we always talk about. So even though, like you said, I'm not going to be physically on the field pitching, I got to find a way to contribute. And a lot of that's just been, better communication with the staff. And I'm really excited this year to be able to sit in more of the coaches' meetings and see how they game plan and how they, come about their approach to certain teams. And I feel like when I come back in 26, I'm going to have a whole plethora of knowledge and things that I hadn't experienced before to add into my game. So.
I just have to say this. I play with a lot of guys, and not all of them are going to take as serious as Joe is taking this part serious, which is getting into those coaches' meetings. Coaches are here a lot earlier than the players,
Are they, man?
especially during spring training. So the fact that he's going to be willing to do that, I think that's awesome, man. That's what separates you from a lot of these other guys out there.
Right. We're talking to Joe Musgrove here, Padres pitcher, 97.3 The Fan. And I have to ask from the fan perspective, because Tony, every day on the show, whenever a team in the National League West signs a new big-name player, all of us fans are kind of like, why? And Tony says it doesn't matter. They still have to go out and play the games. Right. When you see that happen, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different perspective as a player. Our job is, our goal doesn't change regardless of whether we add, and that stuff's, out of our control. So you never want to sit here going into an offseason saying, we're going to be fired up if we get this guy and this guy, and not if we don't get this guy. So you look at our team, and a lot of people see all the moves being made and don't see us making moves, and it seems like a mismatch in the division. All these other teams are adding, but you look at our roster, I mean, we spent a lot of money over the last handful of years and committed a lot of guys to be here long term, and the value in having those guys return every year and continue to build that relationship and that growth is every bit as valuable as adding a new free agent. So
love that.
I think with the progress we made last year, and you guys will never understand how we feel. I'm sure you can see a little bit of it on the field and how we carry ourselves and, the camaraderie and stuff, but you'll never truly understand just how close that group got last year. And although we didn't, achieve the ultimate goal of winning the World Series, we grew a ton as a team. We grew a ton as, a unit. And I'm super excited that we got most of these guys coming back. We got the whole staff coming back, and we can kind of pick up where we left off.
Well, last one for me, because you kind of just hit on it, and I think it's so important. The continuity, right? This is, what, year maybe 3, 4 of this nucleus being
Right.
together. How much of an impact can that have on a team, having guys who have been in the locker room together for so long?
Yeah, a ton. And, you know, like Schulte's big thing is shared experiences. You know, we got guys from all over the league, some guys that are new and have experienced things that most rookies don't, and some guys that have been around 10 plus years that have, you know, been in championship locker rooms and been around the best of the best. So sharing those experiences with each other and helping each other grow along the way, not just, you know, providing, you know, assistance and,
Right.
you know, coaching, but like sharing experiences and helping guys grow a little bit through, you know, what you've been through is a big thing for us.
Joe Musgrove, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good one we got here, man. Joe, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks so much, Joe.
Pleasure, man.
Quick
Pleasure.
healings, and enjoy the rest of your
Yes,
day,
sir.
man.
You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I think first you can have that belief when you put the kind of work in
Right.
that you do, that your body's going to heal right, and just
Right.
trusting it. You talked about being an extension of the coaching staff. I would guess that that's going to be even more so this year with you not being able to actually do the physical part.
Yeah.
Is there something that you've tried to do this offseason to kind of get you into that mode in terms of being that extension? Because the reality is, although your arm might be useless in 25 this
yeah.
year, your mind's not going to be.
Right.
And there's still a lot of guys, especially the ones who may be vying for your spot in the rotation,
Right.
that could lean on you a little
Right.
bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job to help prepare these guys the best I can, and like guys like Waldron, guys like Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, you know, those are guys that are, you know, have really good stuff and are not far away from, you know, being, you know, middle of the rotation to top half, you know, starting pitchers.
Yeah.
So trying to share some things. And that's something we talk about all the time in the clubhouse is like, you know, you bring something to the table on the field, you know, every day. That's kind of what brings you here and gets you to this level. But, you know, days that you're not playing as a starting pitcher, that's, you know, a majority of our days. You pitch once every 5 days. So making sure you bring something to the table is, you know, something we always talk about. So even though, like you said, I'm not going to be physically on the field pitching, I got to find a way to contribute. And a lot of that's just been, you know, better communication with the staff. And I'm really excited this year to be able to sit in more of the coaches' meetings and see how they game plan and how they, you know, come about their approach to certain teams. And I feel like when I come back in 26, I'm going to have a whole plethora of knowledge of things that I hadn't experienced before to add into my game. So.
I just have to say this. I've played with a lot of guys, and not all of them are going to take as serious as Joe is taking this part serious, which is getting into those coaches' meetings. Coaches are here a lot earlier than the players,
Are they, man?
especially during spring training. So the fact that he's going to be willing to do that, I think that's awesome, man. That's what separates you from a lot of these other guys out there.
Right.
We're talking to Joe Musgrove here, Padres pitcher, 97.3 The Fan. And I have to ask from the fan perspective, because Tony every day on the show, whenever...
That's with a certain amount of pride. I hear that song popping into the show. Gwynn and Chris, the big clock over there.
Should I move my head?
Yeah, move your head. Big clock. 3:20 is the time. Tony obviously is traveling. He's with the Padres. They're on their way to Chicago, taking with them a 6-1 loss at the hands of the Mets today. Alonso homered again. I think he homered in every game of the series. Brandon Nimmo put it out of reach early with a 3-run homer in the third inning off reliever Wandy Peralta. That means that Randy Vasquez was taken out in the third inning. Some are wondering about that. I'm one of them. I imagine Ben and Woods will ask Mike Schilt about that tomorrow morning.
That is
the manager's report with Mike. They'll ask and then they'll duck.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
You kind of have to.
You have to
ask him. I mean, we already heard his answer on this show today, what he said after the game. I'm sure he'll say the same thing tomorrow morning, but he really, I mean, right? He sounded like a guy who was trying to convince himself that he had done the right thing.
Or he was trying, to me, he may have been trying to provide all the information to prove that he made the right choice.
Try to soften the blow.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Peralta gave up the home run. That to me is not why I didn't like the move. I didn't like the move because I don't like taking my starting pitcher out in a 2-1 game in the third inning. But that's me. I will not be interviewed on the manager's report tomorrow. Mike Schilt will be, because he's the manager. It's at 9 a.m. on Ben and Woods tomorrow. The manager's report, refreshed by Eco Water SoCal. Try alkaline water for $9.95 a month. Eco Water SoCal, keeping it soft since 1925. All right. The Aztecs played the fight song. Hopefully they'll play it a few times Saturday night when they host Cal. And it's 7:30 game. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. I'm going to give it over to Skraby because he wanted to talk about Sean Lewis and what he's been up to this week. But I said it's one of the most important games in program history. You know, that's always hyperbole. But what I mean is, if they lose this game by 2 touchdowns or more, which I believe most people think they will, I think they're 12.5-point underdog. Cal's undefeated. The Aztecs got swamped in their last game by a Washington State team that in turn last week got crushed at North Texas. So Washington State whipped the Aztecs, then went to North Texas and lost by 40.
Yeah.
That doesn't bode well for the Aztecs either.
That does not.
Right? The Aztecs have a young quarterback, the whole thing. All right, so nobody expects them to win. So if they lose, to me, it's kind of like, well, more of the same, and it's malaise. And it's, you know, people saying, well, Aztec football just ain't that, and I'm not into it. So it is important to not lose from that perspective or, you know, not compete, get blown out, which is what people are expecting. On the other side, let's just say, hope against hope, Scrape. Let's just say they've taken these 2 weeks and they've really cleaned a bunch of stuff up and they come out and they play their butts off. And let's say they knock off Cal. You know,
that would be awesome.
That could be a big boost for Sean Lewis. It could turn everything in his favor. It could get people saying, hey, maybe this guy is onto something. Yeah. Right. That's why I say it's big. If they lose, it's going to be more of the same. Well, I don't care about Aztec football. But if they win, I think you can kind of wake everybody up.
You can get a little buzz going.
So that's what I think is important. And Sean Lewis is trying to at least get some people in the stadium to talk about. Kirk wrote about this earlier in the week.
Yes, he did. They're actually doing a couple different things to try to get people into the stadium, and they're having a quote-unquote flash sale. Sean Lewis said yesterday morning there was 4,000 tickets remaining, and we're going to have this flash sale to just try to buy up all the tickets, which I think is pretty awesome. They had Christian Chapman do a little commercial, I guess, on their Twitter.
Chapman was the quarterback of the champs from 10 years ago.
They beat Stanford.
They beat Stanford that year. They also won the Mountain West back-to-back years.
They had a really good season.
Those were good teams.
Those were very good teams. Anyway, $15 for this flash sale. So if you want to, see if they're still up there, go to the SDSU Athletics website, and you could probably find them there. But so that's how they're trying to get people in for that. But what I really want to talk about was Sean Lewis went around town and handed out tickets last weekend, and he went to some flag football events and he handed out tickets. And for as bad as it's been for him as a head coach and his head coach record, I like what he's doing because he's going out in the community and he's trying. He's at least taking it upon himself to go meet people and to make fans and to go and try to get kids excited about this program. And when I said this on Twitter, I got a couple responses. Yeah, but he can't score points. I think it says something about Sean Lewis that he doesn't seem to have one foot out the door and looking for another opportunity. He wants to be here. He wants to build this team, and he's going out and he's trying to build a fan base. And I got to give him credit for that because you don't see many coaches doing that. And when someone does that in this day and age, to me, it tells me that they care a lot about what's happening with their program. So I'm going to applaud him for that. Now, would some wins be nice? Yes, wins definitely need to be happening at some point soon, but Sean Lewis is trying to do something.
There's two ways to look at this, and
oh no, the flash sale yesterday only?
Oh.
So don't go to the website.
Don't go to the website. The flash sale.
Well, here's another thing. If we're going to talk about this, I think that the Aztecs could probably send us a text or an email and say, hey, can you help us promote this flash sale? We'd be more than happy to help you promote a flash sale. But that right there, if I don't even know that the flash sale's over, that's a problem.
Yeah. No, you're right. You gotta get the word out.
I read the article.
Correct. No, you're right. That's a fair point. We don't know. Many of us are in the dark, unfortunately, and, they need to help us. Sean Lewis going out. There's some people that are saying, well, you can't give away free tickets like that. But that's exactly what Steve Fisher and Brian Dutcher did way back when. All right? When they got there, Steve Fisher went 0 for his first year. No one even knew that we had a Division I basketball team practically. They're playing at Peterson Gym, or maybe they just opened Vieja, whatever it was. No one cared. No one went. Steve Fisher, Brian Dutcher went out pretty much walking the streets saying, hey, we're the coaches of the basketball team. Come out and sample the game. So that's what they did. If I'm Sean Lewis and I'm not, I would have met with Steve Fisher a long time ago. It would have been the first person I met with. How did you get people excited?
I wonder if
what did you do? I don't know. I'm not, I that's his thing. But I don't like to give away tickets either, because a lot of times people won't the next time pay for them when you want them to come back.
They're waiting for the freebie now.
But what Sean Lewis is trying to do is get people out there. And I think he's going to get some more people out there this Saturday night than they've had. And so that goes back to my very first thing. What if you win? Then the people who went are going to say, hey, that was pretty good. We might have something here. But if you get beat again, anyone you gave out or came out is going to go, well, it's the same old Aztec thing. That is not Sean Lewis's fault. That's what he was up against when he got the job. But even though it's not his fault, it's up to him to find a way to turn that around.
Yes.
That is what he was hired to do.
Yeah.
Win games and turn around the fortunes of the football program. Sorry, that's what you're there for. So I agree with you, Skraby. He's out there. He's trying. He cares. He's not just saying to the people at San Diego State, no, my job's to win games. Your job is to bring people into the stands.
Yeah.
No, he's saying, I'm taking it upon myself to try to get people in. I'm going to do whatever I can. I appreciate that as well.
I'm a big fan of people who lead by example lead by doing it.
Yeah.
I
have one more.
Go ahead. One last thing.
Yeah.
The key for them is to get to the youth now. Get to the youth, make them fans.
Well, that's what you said. He went to flag football
and that
tournaments.
That was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, go get kids.
Because that's where you make your fan base, and then those people have kids, and then they're Aztec fans.
Kids bring parents too.
Kids bring parents. Parents, kids do bring parents, not the other way around.
One more thing I want to throw in there. I feel bad for the kids, the players that are on this squad to a certain extent, and maybe to a big extent. They work their butts off all summer long, all off season. They're in the weight room. My point being, they work just as hard as the kids do at Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
They work just as hard as the kids do at USC.
Yep.
And at Georgia and at any other place you want to name. I think they deserve a certain amount of our support going out there to, cheer them on and give them what we can. They're out there giving it everything they've got. And I don't know that there's a player that would ever say something, but when you run out onto the field and you don't get the roar, I think you feel some type of way. And that's just what they have to deal with at San Diego State. But I think, I can't tell you how to spend your money. That's not fair of me to do. I'm just saying, these kids really work their butts off. And no matter what you feel about San Diego State or the team or the program or maybe just do it for the kids on the club. Go out there and cheer them on. Try to see help if you can't help them get a win.
I'm not buying a $65 ticket to do that, though.
I didn't say you had to. I'm saying that's their issue. San Diego State's got to deal with that. I'm just trying to give you another side of it.
Do like a 4-hour flash sale one day per week for home games. Try that. See how many people you get in there. But who's going to, I guess, New Mexico State? Like, is anybody really going to be? I don't even know if they play them, but they probably play New Mexico.
Well,
you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but they can't worry about what their opponents are. They got to create an exciting atmosphere for people to come out and see them play. And once they do that and win some games and get people and get Snapdragon rolling, if they ever can do it, then the opponents, that's on top of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not the marketing guy. You're not. but we care. And I would like to, feel like we're at least pushing people to try to help this program. This is our Division I, main team that we have in this city. For whether you like it or not, that's what we got.
I kind of feel exhausted today, Chris.
We're pulling a lot of stuff out here. Let's go to a break, and then we'll get more tired because you're going to Big Five us next. Tony Gwynn Jr., he and the Padres going from New York City to Chicago, hitting the big ones here. Padres and White Sox, rather. Can't we just stay in Chicago, right? You're going to be in Chicago. You got to come home, play 6 games, and go back to Chicago probably for the playoff against the Cubs. It'll be Dylan Cease tomorrow night. I hope Dylan Cease feels like he's at home in Chicago where he used to pitch.
He might.
Because he pitches a lot better at home.
He definitely might.
Padres lost 6-1 today to the Mets if you're just tuning in. And Skraby and I are getting ready to send you to Dolphin football. We are the home of Dolphin football, at least for tonight we are anyway.
Man, that's not a title I want to advertise.
Miami, Buffalo.
Never want to advertise. We are the home for Dolphin football.
Well, we are tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tua's, I think, got 1 win against Josh Allen.
Yeah, I saw it. I think it was
something.
1-9 or 1-8.
You know the game they won with Tua? It was the very first time he got the concussion when they bounced him on the turf and he came back into the game with the concussion and then nobody knew it. Remember that? So it started the whole concussion discussion. Yes. Remember this game was in Miami.
Sorry, yes, I was reading because there's some discourse going on about me saying I wouldn't buy $65 tickets to the Aztec game, which someone on the chat is saying, hey, it supports the guys. 1 game a year, you could spend $65. I don't disagree, but honestly, I don't have the money to pay for a $65 ticket. And you might think I'm joking. I'm not.
I'm not disagreeing with you. $65 to me is a lot, although I have started to discover that a movie night with your partner or your wife, whatever partner, whoever, that's $50.
Lucky, my dog.
Or your dog. That's $50. Pretty much.
I actually went to the movies a couple weeks ago.
Did you find a cheap one somewhere?
Oh, okay. $14 ticket.
There you go. But yeah, the movie, I mean, just about anything you do now costs money, I must say.
Everything
I've kind of discovered
so
that. Concerts, anything, you go to a club, I can't find anything that's too cheap except maybe like a run over to get an ice cream or something. Even that's $10 now.
Because we're having to pay milk fees.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Milk fees. Big
Sorry.
5 time. Let's see what we come up with there.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by the kids of Caltrans. Troubled ride out of the Ocean Beach area, eastbound 8 before the 5, accident involving a motorcycle. 3 right lanes are blocked. And another accident involving a motorcycle, eastbound 78, just past El Camino Real. This one's got the 2 right lanes blocked. Northbound 15 cleared an accident right before the 78, but now in the backup of that, hit and run crash near Auto Parkway. It's over to the right shoulder.
My mom, my papa, my daddy. Where's your Caltrans? On the freeway, right next to speeding cars.
Please be careful.
Be alert. Be work zone alert. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big 5 starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I got so into the Aztecs talk, Chris, in the last segment, I forgot to tell you we have Aztecs free tickets to give away to someone. And
well, maybe you should go outside and call in, and maybe you can win them. Then you won't have to pay the $65.
No. I want someone to win them and actually go, please.
All right, we're gonna have Aztec Cal tickets. I'll have a trivia question at the end of this segment. Remind me, Scrape, so that I do it before we go to the break, because I forget every time.
All right, we got to get through a lot.
Number 5.
I just realized what time it was. If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla for dining or takeout options. Visit spiroscuisine.com. The Athletics, Eno Saris was on with Ben and Woods this morning, and Ben actually asked a question about the bullpen. Since the bullpen is the Padres' strong suit, With the rotation not lining up great for a possible postseason, and I will say possible, should the Padres do a bullpen game in the playoffs? Here is what Eno Saris told them.
That's a really good question. The Dodgers have been really successful. I looked at this with bullpen games in the playoffs, and it is a viable strategy. Now, the first inning is just the hardest one because you know their best hitters are coming up. And so the question then becomes, do I use one of my best relievers in the first inning and guarantee that this is a bullpen game? Or do I depend on one of my starters to at least get through the lineup once or twice, So it isn't so much like, will I use Mason Miller? It's more like, do I start this game with Mason Miller?
Right. Right. Seriously. I tweeted it the other day.
I didn't cut off the rest of it, but anyway.
I was excited to hear what Woodsy had to say.
Oh, you want to hear it?
No, it's okay.
It's cut off anyway.
I'll call him at home tonight and ask him what he said.
I'm sure he would love that. Hey,
Woodsy.
All right, so here's the question, Chris. Should the Padres consider a bullpen game in the playoffs?
Apparently, they're already doing it. They did it today. They tried to do it yesterday.
Oof.
Sorry, Mike Schild, but I can't stop. Should they consider it? I think everything has to be under consideration. The way Cease is pitched, you have to be concerned if you need a fourth starter. Here's the problem with the bullpen game. It's the only thing I want to point out to all of you who think it's a great idea. If you have one, Wandy's pitching an inning. Matsui's probably pitching an inning. Is David Morgan back? You can't pitch the whole bullpen game with Mason Miller and Adrian Morejon. So that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
I know you trust the bullpen. We trust the bullpen. But I also know most of you don't trust Wandy, and you don't trust Matsui, and you don't trust a lot of these other guys. Well, if you have a bullpen game, they're going to have to pitch too. So how's the best way to get to the sixth inning? Is it with 5 innings from Darvish, or is it with 1 inning apiece from Wandy Peralta and Hideki Matsui, and I keep saying Hideki Matsui, Yuki Matsui, and Marinaccio and Morgan? Is that what you're going to do? So I don't know what you
Kyle
feel.
Hart, maybe.
Yeah, what do you feel better doing? But I think you should consider everything.
You have to consider it, but Saris makes a great point. Why would I burn Mason Miller just to get a 0 on the board in the first inning? If they do score a run in the first inning, I still have 8 other innings that I can try to score a run. I think a bullpen game is a slippery slope, but they may have to do it. And the bullpen, if it works out, it works out. But I don't really want to see it. All right, let's go to the next one.
Number 4.
Kansas and Arizona State are discussing moving their September 19th, 2026 football game to London's Wembley Stadium. It would require Kansas to get a waiver to reschedule their Middle Tennessee game to week 0. Kansas is open to the move due to potential reduced stadium seating for Arizona State's visit because of off-season construction. If finalized, this would be the 3rd college football game overseas next year, following Michigan, Western Michigan in Germany, and TCU and North Carolina in Ireland. I'm up first. Does Kansas and Arizona State in London move the needle for you?
Well,
no.
When is it?
Next year. No, it doesn't. I am so tired.
Kansas and who?
Arizona State.
Yeah, my wife's niece goes to Arizona State.
Oh, so you're going to Wembley now?
I'm gonna fly her niece to Wembley. Yeah, no, this. What?
If you're a London,
so college football's trying to extend.
They're
its
trying to do what the
grasp.
NFL's doing.
Yeah.
They're trying to get people. I understand the marketing point of it. What happened to? I almost swore.
Really?
I almost swore.
Okay.
What happened to taking care of the customers that are keeping you afloat year after year? You think some guy's going to buy a Sam Levitt jersey in London? No. This is stupid.
Sam Levitt, for those confused, Sam Levitt's a quarterback.
Yes, I
Arizona
wasn't
State.
taking a shot, and I was hoping. TCU, North Carolina, and Ireland, that seems like a good game. Michigan, Western Michigan, and Germany, don't care about that. Chris, there's no question, just thought.
Yeah, I think it's working. That's why they're doing it. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm not interested in going over there Even if you put Ohio State and Texas over there, I still wouldn't fly to Germany to see it.
I wouldn't fly there, but I would definitely be into it, and that would be a good game for the fans to watch.
Wow.
And Kansas's thing is, hey, our stadium's not going to be done, so why don't we just go to London? I don't know. It's crazy.
Number 3.
With Tom Brady announcing Monday that he'll be staging and playing in a Saudi Arabian flag football tournament featuring current NFL players, an obvious question arose. Are those teams that have those NFL players okay with it? Pro Football Talk contacted the various teams whose players were listed in the release, which is Eagles running back Saquon Barkley, Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb, 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey, Jets corner Sauce Gardner, Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, Raiders tight end Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, and Tyreek Hill from the Dolphins. The Cowboys, Pro Football Talk said, responded and said that, yes, we have given permission to CeeDee Lamb. 49ers and Eagles are still looking into it. Jets had no comment. Here's the Dolphins, citing the short week game at Buffalo, had no response, and the Browns just simply didn't respond to Pro Football Talk. So, Chris, would you let these players play if you owned a team?
I'd be a little more hesitant than you think.
This is all
It's a hard one, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're my assets, and now you're using my assets to make you money
for free.
Yeah, that doesn't totally wash with me.
And it's
I hate to keep players from doing something that they really want to do, but they're going to have to convince me.
Yeah, I'm with you. But the only other thing is, like, this is all for money. It's not for the Olympics. It's not for country pride.
That's right. So you're
It's
using
just
my,
a
you're using
private
my
thing.
guys at the risk of them maybe getting hurt,
I like Tom
for
Brady.
your
but
gain.
I like Tom Brady, but he gets a little too big for his britches sometimes. Like, why does he need to recruit every NFL player to this Saudi Arabian flag football tournament that he's putting together?
And why does he get to sit in the Raider press box and then go to Charger practice before the game? And why doesn't the NFL see anything wrong with that?
I don't have time.
I know.
Kyler Murray. Oh, sorry.
Number 2.
Kyler Murray is in some trouble after posting a picture on social media wearing a Michael Vick jersey with his pit bull in the photo. As you know, Michael Vick was convicted of dogfighting, so this caused an issue. And here's what Kyler Murray said about the post, either today or yesterday, but here's what he said about it. Oh, I have to.
Why don't I just predict what he said about it?
Sorry, no, don't predict. I have to actually turn the thing on.
In no way, shape, or form do I, condone, animal cruelty or dog fighting, whatever it is. For me personally, y'all saw me wear the Michael Vick jersey, a player that I admire very much growing up. And then, being home with my pup, who, my dog Trunks and Swoosh, they both get treated like kings. So it's not like, I'm in no way, shape, or form am I condoning that. But yes, I saw how it affected people and, decided to take it down.
I think this is actually a pretty mature decision from Kyler Murray to take it down.
Who's first? You?
Me. Did
Okay.
he need to apologize? Yes, he needed to apologize. Do I think it's as big of a deal as people are making it? Probably not, because Kyler Murray said it. He looked up to Michael Vick as a quarterback in the NFL. Now, the fact that he has a pit bull, if it was a Michael Vick jersey and maybe a Lucky, like a golden retriever husky, might be a little bit different because pit bulls are involved. But I do think he needed to apologize. I think it's very mature for him to take this route, Chris.
I got 4 words on this particular one. Kyler Murray is dumb.
Okay.
I mean, if he didn't recognize I'm glad he liked Michael Vick, and Michael Vick was a hell of a player, and we can't hold it. Should we hold this against Michael Vick and everyone who mentions his name for the rest of time? Probably not. However, if you're Kyler Murray and you don't think posting a picture of Michael Vick with your pit bull is going to upset some people, you're dumb.
Jeez. On the chat, they say he's a bit tone deaf, Skrabe. Yeah, you're right. I understand that. And I did say that I understand that he probably should have put this together before he posted the picture.
Yeah,
but like you
but
said,
he didn't,
how long do we have to go with... Because I'm an animal lover, so what Michael Vick did is horrible, and sometimes I think about it, it makes me really sad. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know that we should live with this forever on Michael Vick, but we're at least still living with it. So you got to know that.
Yes, you should know before you post a photo in a Michael.
So back to my 4-word narrative.
Okay.
Go ahead. One more.
Number 1.
All right. The Bears are in disarray, and the defense gave up 50 points. And Jaquan Brisker was very angry about giving up 50 points. So a fan tweeted, they got to let Jaquan Brisker get up on that line of scrimmage and play in the backfield. Dennis Allen got to take them chains off 9. And Jaquan Brisker responded with, facts, use me. Well, some people did check the facts. Jaquan Brisker has played 100% of the plays this season, so he is a part of the problem. Do you have any problems with him saying this?
Hey, all I want to say is in the last game against the Lions, the Bears forced 3 punts. That's one more than the Dolphins have forced all season. There's nothing wrong with the Bears defense, in my estimation.
They did give up 50 points.
All right, 833-288-0973. I know you got Chris versus the fans, but first you're going to call in because you're going to try to win a couple tickets to see the Aztecs against Cal on Saturday, 7:30 game at Snapdragon Stadium. Here's the question. Name the last Cal Bear to win the Heisman Trophy. Name the last Cal Bear, California Golden Bear, to win the Heisman Trophy. First person, 833-288-0973. You'll see Cal and the Aztecs Saturday night. it here, 4 o'clock. If you're on hold and you want to play Chris vs. the Fan, stay there. We did get a correct answer, though, on the trivia question. So if you're calling just for trivia, Juan beat you to it. Juan apparently has a cousin who loves Cal football, and that cousin complains to Juan all the time that Cal has never won the Heisman Trophy.
That was a great story.
So like stuck in Juan's head, and he called in, and he's right. Cal has never won the Heisman Trophy. That was the answer.
You need to call your cousin right now and say, thank you for giving me
got you a couple tickets to the game. I looked up some Cal guys to see like who did what, and Jared Goff was done in 2015 at Cal. Number 1 pick in the draft the next year. Did not finish in the top 10 of the Heisman balloting. Not even in the top 10. For comparison, San Diego State's Donnell Pumphrey finished 10th in 2016. San Diego State's Rashad Penny finished 5th in 2017. We all know Marshall Faulk once finished 2nd in the Heisman. So, all right, a little Cal history. Aaron Rodgers was 9th, by the way.
Did you ever say that? Did you ever say the answer?
Yes, the answer was no one has ever won it.
Yeah.
Juan got it, so he gets to go to see the game. Cal, San Diego State, Saturday night. Or if you're online, it's your time for Chris vs. the Fan.
Oh, that's my cue.
That's you.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, here's what you're playing for. You're going to be qualified for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to see the Eagles at Sphere, Las Vegas, including 2 tickets to the show on January 30th, a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, a Vibey VIP package, and a $100 gas card. The Eagles, and we're talking about the band, not the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
They've added 2026 shows to the band's residency at Sphere in Las Vegas on Friday, January 23rd, the 24th, 30th, and 31st. And it now features a total of 48 shows 48 shows through Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com. The rules: you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it. And you will get that question for free today. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go to Christopher. Hello, Christopher.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Very
Pretty
good.
good. Pretty
Welcome to the show. Good luck.
Ready to play?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. What Dodger pitcher announced he's going to retire after this season?
Christopher, you there?
Yeah.
The announcement was made today. I'll give you a clue. He announced today that he's retiring. Who would that be? Dodger.
Kershaw.
Very good. There you go. You're on the board.
There you go.
Kershaw did announce he's retiring today.
Yes.
Not yet, at the end of the season.
Yeah. Should have just retired today.
All right, you're so critical of Kershaw.
I'm not. I just wanted to see your reaction, honestly. All right, question number 2, Christopher. Which Padres hitter is the only to have two home run games this season?
Interesting. Two home run games.
Well, since Machado had an epic night last night, I'm going to say Machado.
He's going with Machado.
Stay there. Chris.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other one. Didn't Freddie Fermin have? No. I don't know. Is it Gavin Sheets? I just have a weird feeling. I haven't really thought it through, though.
So your answer is Gavin Sheets.
It is my answer.
That is correct.
Oh, too bad,
Sorry
Christopher.
about
That was
that,
really just
Christopher.
kind of a wild guess. I didn't think of when it was. Or
He hit 2 against the Giants in August and 2 against the Blue Jays in May.
Blue Jay game, I was out of town, so I don't remember much about the Blue Jay series.
Well, there's not much to remember.
Right, something worth forgetting.
All right, let's go to our next contestant. We will go to Lance. Hello, Lance.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Lance.
Ready to play?
Yes, I am.
Here we go. The Padres have won 10 games against 2 division opponents this season. Name both opponents.
Giants and Rockies.
Giants and Rockies is correct. Nice job.
How
Nice
dare
job.
them win only 10 against the Rockies? Go ahead.
I would take
By the way,
10.
the Rockies haven't cleared themselves of the worst record of all time yet. They're stuck
Really?
on 41 wins. They need one more. They've been losing quite a bit lately,
Ooh.
including today.
Okay. All right, here we go, Lance. What major league hitter has the most multi-home run games in baseball this season?
Major league hitter with the most multi-home run games this season. Multi-home run games.
Oh. Let's go with Cal Raleigh.
That
Big
boy.
Raleigh is correct.
It's correct, but you got to say big dumper. Feels a lot better.
I
to
did,
say
I
that.
did.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
good. You got it. Yeah, it's another record that he might set. He's done it 10 times this year. The major league record is 11. I mean, Cal Raleigh's setting all these records, switch hitting, everything, and everybody keeps telling me they're going to give the award to Aaron Judge.
I don't get
And
it.
I'm not
either.
trying to keep it from Aaron Judge. I just think Cal Raleigh should be the guy.
I
this
don't
year.
get it either. I mean,
All right.
also Aaron Judge missed time this year, so
Anyway, we'll see where it goes. But last question here for
Yes.
Lance on the win. For the win.
all right. Which National League starting pitcher holds baseball's season high for strikeouts in a game this season with 15? Which National League starting pitcher holds baseball's season high for strikeouts in a game with 15?
Glass now?
Glass now.
I
Stay
think you're
there.
going to luck out, Lance.
Stay there.
It was a Brave, and I know him. I can picture him. He was right-handed, and he got hurt, and he's out for the season. It's not Strider. It's not one of the guys you know. It's a younger guy, but I can't for the life of me think of his name right now. I'm going to say Holmes. This is like Grant Holmes.
Oh, wow.
Did I get it? Oh, I
I'm
pulled it
sorry,
out.
Lance. Wow.
He did it against the Rockies, right?
He did, and they lost.
And he lost the game.
Yeah, they
That's why it
lost
was
the
a thing.
game. They lost the game.
Yeah, I don't know why I remember that one, Lance, but I do. Grant Holmes. Yeah,
that's a tough one. Lance.
sorry, that
I'm
was
sorry
tough. I
about
kind of
that.
figured it out as I was going there.
I'm sorry about that.
That's
All right.
that's the high for the year, though. Interesting. Nobody's had more than 15.
Yeah, so
Okay.
far, well, at least
right.
until last week.
Right.
All right, let's go to our next contestant, Chris in San Diego. Hello, Chris.
What's going on, guys?
Hi, Chris.
Not too much.
Welcome.
Ready to play?
Ready. First
All
time player.
Oh,
First
that-
time
The crowd goes crazy.
Here we go.
Second question. It's the first one for free for those of you that are new to the to this exercise. If you're a first-time player, you get the first question for free.
James Cook is playing tonight for the Bills. Where did he play his college football?
Oh my God. North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Go on and raise up. Stay there.
I don't know.
I definitely, when I looked up this answer, I was like, nope.
I never heard of James Cook in college.
Me neither.
He's one of these many. I don't know. I don't have a good answer. I'm Arizona. I really don't know. I don't know why I've been saying Arizona. So
He went
what-
to Georgia.
He did.
Georgia.
Really? Did he ever get the
Wow.
ball? Like
I don't know.
I think I would have seen him.
I mean, Georgia has so many good players. He may have
Just kind of
been
gone
on the
there.
bench
Yeah.
and still was good enough to get in the NFL.
Right. That's happened before.
It
There are
has.
guys that are on those Alabamas and Georgias and teams like that don't play in college and then they star in the NFL. That's crazy.
He was selected in the second round by the Bills.
How did they know to select him? He
Let me-
was just
hold
sitting
on.
on the bench.
Well, hold on, Chris. I'm gonna click his thing, see what he did in college. Oh, he only had 1,500 rushing yards in his career. 14 touchdowns in his 4-year career.
All right, so he played some,
but he was clearly a backup.
Interesting. All right, well, he's
That is
awfully good
interesting.
now.
Yes, he is. Good
Yeah.
job on the Bills for finding him.
Yeah.
All right, third and final question for Chris. Who was the youngest player to hit 500 home runs?
Youngest to get to 500.
Youngest to reach 500 in baseball history.
Good question.
Babe Ruth was like, what, 55 when he did it?
Babe was in his 80s, yeah.
How about Lou Gehrig?
Oh, Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig. It's
Stay there,
not your
Chris.
best guess. Lou Gehrig didn't make 500. Had 493.
What a jerk you are.
I'm so bad. But I'm only saying that because I think he's going to win.
Excuse me. You didn't guess 500. He only had 493.
Missed it by 7. That's right. Youngest. I'm saying it over and over again because I want it to come into my mind, and it's not coming. 500 home runs.
I need an answer, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
How soon?
Right now. Right now.
Pujols. I don't know. Hey, it's a win
Chris,
for you, Chris. You
you're
got
the
it.
winner.
I'm going to be mad because I've heard this.
Stay there, Chris.
I've heard this before, and I just couldn't drum it up.
Alex Rodriguez.
Okay. I should have got that, actually, because he was pretty young.
Well,
Did he actually make 500? He actually got like 700, didn't he?
Yeah. Did he make 500?
Yeah, he cheated his way to it.
Well,
Didn't
that's maybe why he got to 500 so quick. Let me see how many home runs A-Rod has had in his career.
He's fifth on the all-time list.
Fifth on the
696. Oh man, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot, whether you're cheating or not.
Still, I mean, you can't get 4 more. Join the 700 club.
Pujols is in there.
That is crazy. 700
Pujols.
home runs.
Pujols. No one's ever had anything on Pujols. I'm not
What do you
saying he
mean?
ever cheated. I'm just saying Pujols is the one. He's a clean guy on that list, and in the minds of history. The minds of history. Henry Aaron is clean. Babe Ruth is
not clean, but steroid clean.
Steroid free. Pujols is there, and then you go through a bunch of guys that people wondered about. Ken Griffey Jr.'s 7th. I don't think he ever got.
No.
So interesting list.
No, you got McGuire, Sosa, and Bonds leading that.
They're
way.
all on there. Palmeiro, Manny, not Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz. David Ortiz always gets off scot-free for some reason.
Shouldn't.
He's loved.
He shouldn't.
He's just beloved. David Ortiz is Big Papi. He's hilarious. He cheated, but we don't care.
For
Everybody
some
else,
reason.
we hold him responsible.
I don't
for it.
understand this.
Yeah,
I
David
don't
Ortiz gets
understand
away
it.
with it perfectly. He's a fun-loving guy. So, all right, we're going to take a break. We come back. We got one more segment. It'll be a quick one, but Tony and I did our NFL picks for the week. We'll pass them along, get you ready as best we can for the slaughter that the Dolphins and I are being led to tonight, which is coming up, by
What
the
are we
way.
watching the Cove or something?
The game's coming up. They're going to play it. They just announced the Dolphins did arrive at the stadium.
I have seen this.
To take their beating. So we're going to take a break and come back after traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protect.
Skraby says, but really, who cares if we miss the first 5 minutes of the Dolphin-Bills game? I'm just kidding.
Sponsors do.
No, I know. We got to get to it. We did do our NFL picks, though, Tony and I, today. So we'll pass them along to you. I'm leading 12-10 after 2 weeks. I've gone 6-0, but I've missed both of my upset picks. Tony's gone 5-1. He's also missed his upset picks. The one he got wrong last week was Minnesota losing to Atlanta. That's the difference in our score. He went first this week.
Let me hit this.
It's time for Tony and Chris to face off. Playing for a season-long prize of pride.
I see pride. I see power.
The guys make their picks, and then they stress over their picks all weekend.
No! Please, no! No! No!
Gwynn and Chris NFL Pick'em starts now.
Before we give you the picks, don't forget if you're still in our Survivor pool, as most of you are. I think we're still got 70 plus. Almost everybody's made it through the first 2 weeks. Get your picks in for week 3. Tony picked the Bills for 3 points. He had first pick. He and everybody else thinks that's the most lopsided lock of the week, tonight's game. I took Tampa Bay over the Jets. I'm really big on Tampa Bay this year. I think they're really good. They've won 2 games on the road. Now they come home. They're going to wear their throwback orange or the white version of their orange creamsicle version jerseys.
Okay.
And they're playing the Jets, who have a backup quarterback. Who's the Jets' backup quarterback?
Tyrod Taylor.
Exactly. I'll take Tampa Bay for 3. Tony went next. He's taking the Packers on the road at Cleveland. Can't complain there. The Packers are awfully good so far. Although they got word that their tight end, Tucker Kraft, got hurt in practice today. May not play in the game.
I don't like it.
Something to keep in mind. Seattle is my 2-point pick. Not so much because I love Seattle, but they're playing at home against New Orleans. So I feel pretty good about that. And then for 1 point, Tony went Baltimore. That's a tough Monday night game against Detroit, but it's in Baltimore.
Yes.
I went with Kansas City Sunday night at the Giants. You know, Kansas City hasn't played a home game yet. They played in Brazil.
Oh.
They played
well,
in
that
Philadelphia.
still technically was a road game.
And that was still a road game, right. So they have a lot of home games left because they're on the road this week again.
Interesting.
I don't see Kansas City starting 0-3. I think they'll beat the Giants. Although the Giants showed me something last week. Can Russell Wilson really do that 2 weeks in a row?
We'll see.
You will see. Then our upset picks. Tony went with Tennessee at home. He gets 3 points if they win. They're a 3-point underdog at home to the Colts. I think what he's doing there is picking against the Colts being 3-0. Because what has Tennessee done to impress anybody yet?
Cam Ward was the number 1 overall pick. I have barely seen him play football this year.
Haven't seen much of him yet. We'll see. Anyway, Tony takes Tennessee. My upset pick, Monday Night Football, Skrabe. I got the kneecap cannibal.
Ooh.
Detroit goes into Baltimore.
You think that Detroit really? Oh, wait, that's your upset.
That's my upset.
Yeah.
pick.
How many points is that?
5. It's 5-pointer. The thing is, Detroit and Baltimore are 2 of the better teams in the league. One of them is going to be 1-2 after that game Monday night. So that'll be fun.
Wow. 1-2.
They're both 1-1. So somebody's got to be 1-2.
the Lions to go 1-2.
Well, you might get your wish, but I'll take the Lion. I'm taking the cannibal.
You're going to take the
Love the cannibal.
Yes, you do.
And you know who he originally coached for and is in an interim basis?
The Dolphins.
Of course. Dolphins also had Ben Johnson.
Man.
Just saying.
They could have had both those guys.
How bad is it going to be tonight? Well, you can tune in and find out. Just stay right here. Dolphins, Bills.
Go Dolphins, go.
Go Dolphins, go. All right. Give me a sounder, Skraby, to send me home with.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I needed. The Bills are in trouble now.
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow before Padre baseball at 2:00. Adios.
Bye.